Oh, so you are involved.
Lycom's Redeemer.
Okay.
Yeah, Battle of Rage stuff. Yeah, that's the whole deal right now that I can speak of.
Awesome.
I remember having a conversation with Jennifer once about how we were talking about the exertion panel, and I remember I just loved your answer because I just remember how you talked about when you got your exertion panel, how you wanted to know, like, okay, so there's an axe in my head. What kind of axe is it? Okay, now when they punch me, what part of the body are they going to punch me in?
Yeah, but
right?
That has to be
I've thought about you so many times, but every time I do the exertion panel, I think of you.
Well, because you guys listen to them so much, and every sound shouldn't. I remember in the beginning, like, I'm sweating from running over here. Every sound, I didn't want them all to sound the same. And I realized that the way to have that happen is to get it in specific. I'm channeling Dory now. Where they fall off the body and what kind of a death it is. Like that one right at the beginning of ME2, when Shepard's out floating in space. Remember when we did that? And there's that, that lack of oxygen. Oh, it was so fun.
That is being punched by suffocation.
Exactly. Yes. It's funny, every time I climb or I hurt myself doing something, pretty much every day. Like when I fall, when I climb now, part of me is removed going, I have to remember that. Right?
All right, so we're going to continue with questions here. So we're going to go, I was like right over here.
All right, I kind of have like a two-part question. First part, for all of you who played the game, who is your favorite and least favorite character, and why?
Can you not like yourself?
And your second question?
All right, let's see. Favorite character? Well, I'll pick Shepard just because Shepard paid a lot of my mortgage, so I'll pick Shepard. But seriously, though, I did like when picking companion characters, I tended to gravitate towards the more non-human characters. So like Legion and definitely the Krogan, both Rax and Ryan. Least favorite character, I would have to say Ambassador Udina. Definitely. That guy was a dick. I'm sure the actor who played him was a very nice guy, but that guy, he really got on my nerves. Sorry? Ambassador Udina. That guy's a dick.
I am sick of your disingenuous assertions.
Oh yeah, the reporter, yes, the reporter, as Jennifer mentions, yeah. She's kind of a thorn in the side as well.
So what about you, Raphael?
Well, like I said, I always love Garrus, so I don't have a least favorite. I take the fifth, yeah.
Favorite, anyone helping me. Least favorite, anyone in my way.
Femsha, I've said it before. I'm not changing. Femsha. Thank you.
And so part two.
Jen, will you marry me?
I think that's illegal in most states. So thank you.
Get in line, yeah.
You're right over here.
My question is, there's two questions, but the second one's kind of just a request. Some of you worked on other Bioware games like KOTOR, like you, Raphael, you were Cartha Massey. How did it differ with Mass Effect than it did KOTOR? And my second question is, can you please introduce yourself to the audience as Cartha Massey for my child?
How did it differ?
Like, just voice acting, options, your emotions as Karth versus your character in Mass Effect. I can't remember his name right now. There we go.
No, I get it. So you love Carth, I get it. That's what hey, listen, everyone's...
You killed Caden on her eye, didn't you?
Thank you. So many people love Knights of the Old Republic and talk about how they spent their childhood with Knights of the Old Republic. that's really cool. I mean, the way it's different, I guess, and I mean, any part that comes to basically has its own way in, I guess. You know, who the guy is and what their point of view is, and that's really sort of directed by the writing in a way, and then you find your way there. If you're Mark and you're a superhuman, and you go into all these other things and arachnoids and things, you know, you can actually channel, you know, weird sounds and just make them sound, you know.
What the hell game is Arachnoids in?
But I mean, you know, they're both great characters. Garth obviously was really fun, a blast, had a great sense of humor, and Katie was, you know, took his job very seriously and was always there when you needed him. So, yeah. Except, yeah, but what's that little letter over the next thing?
Oh wait, and now you're supposed to introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes, they're supposed to introduce yourself.
Oh yes, hi.
Yeah, it's only been 30
My name is Garth, and I'm from Knights of the Old Republic.
So we're going to go right over to the, I was over there, let's go over there, to this side. Yeah,
Okay. So, I grew up with you guys basically in my life. So, my question is,
and growing.
when every time you die in Mass Effect game, you always make that really strange grunt. Did BioWare actually put you in pain? Or were you like imitating it, or did they like put nails into your spine?
They usually wait, like I said, we do the exertion pellet right at the end, so they save the death breath for right at the end when you really need to go to the bathroom.
Then there's the electroprode, you know. All pain all the time.
Thank you, you guys are my heroes.
Thank you.
Let's do good things.
How old are you? How old are you?
Hey, how old are you?
When I was 10, I went to a comic convention. And I remember meeting Gene Roddenberry, and I was a big Star Trek fan, and I remember thinking, I went to his panel just like this, and I just sat there, and I remember him saying, one day you're going to be able to watch TV whenever you want it, and you want to actually go and turn on channels. And I just remember being, it's left a huge impression, so it's fun to be now on the other side. Anyway, hello from this side.
All right, we'll go over here now.
Shepard.
Rex?
My question, and you guys don't have to take this in any sort of context, for each of the voice actors is blue, red, or green?
All right. Well, I'll do the long answer. On the first, before the extended edition came out, I would say that red was my choice. Mostly because of the inhalation and the possible survival. But afterwards, definitely Blue Patrol. Because, you know, essentially in that ending, Shepard becomes Galactus, so that's pretty good. Folks?
I do whatever Mark does because he's way better at it than I am.
I second that emotion.
I just copy Raphael.
Thank you.
We're gonna go right over here now.
Alright, hey guys. I just wanted to take a second to thank you guys for taking time out of your guys' obviously busy schedule to come down and make an appearance for all of us. It really means a lot to me. I just wanted to take a second to thank you guys at the beginning. But my first question is, obviously, Mark, you've hinted at that you are a a gamer of sorts, and I wanted to ask the rest of you if you could list off maybe your favorite game, any reason, and it doesn't have to be Bioware, it doesn't have to be anything. It's just what's your guys' favorite video games to play?
I'm just gonna come right out of this. I suck at playing games. I did know I played a game on a plane, and this is what a giant dork I am. I'm doing this for one thing. It's a geography game, and I get points for playing the countries where they belong. But I did buy my first game a couple weeks ago called Gone Home. And hopefully I can get past the front door. So far, no, I haven't done.
You guys got a favorite game?
You go.
Oh, I got a big long list. Okay, well, in addition to, of course, I'm contractually obligated to mention all the BioWare games, Baldur's Gate games, Mass Effect, Age of Empire, but other games from other companies. I'm a huge fan of the Fallout series. All the Arkham games, definitely. And let's see, Red Dead Redemption, particularly the Undead Nightmare. The Resident Evil games are what got me back into console gaming. And lately, I haven't had a lot of time for gaming, particularly console gaming, so I've had to play stuff that I can play on my iPad when I'm traveling and things. The Telltale games have been fantastic. And just fantastic acting as well, fantastic plot and script. And I just got the Fables game that Telltale does.
One thing I can say is I think we all have kind of a unique appreciation for them because we're on this side of them. Like I have a deep love for games because of just living through them on this side that those of us who suck at it, we still get to play on this side.
You should try the Walking Dead ones because they're not really. It's all about moral choices and it's mostly about the acting.
Yeah.
Really.
My problem is I started to watch the show and I was heaving, sobbing in the first episode.
Oh, you'll sob in the game. You'll just cry.
God, I'm exhausted.
Raphael, Kimberly, do you have any favorite game?
Are you satisfied with your answer?
Yes.
All right. So this is going to be our last question right here in the left-hand side.
We're all here all weekend, by the way, at the tables downstairs, so come find us.
Yes. We'll be outside. We're going to take some pictures with the folks in Mass Effect costumes just outside. And then we're going to run back towards it.
So my question is for Dr. Hopper.
We're going across the platform here,
Educated, but what's the difference between doing on-screen stuff such as Dr. Hopper versus doing voice acting as Hayden? And which do you prefer?
I don't have a preference. I mean, I really enjoy going back and forth, honestly. I love working on camera. I mean, Once Upon a Time is an amazing franchise to be a part of, and I love the character, and I love the world that they create and how three-dimensional the world is, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it. It's nice to be in a room and actually talk to people. So there are some benefits to that. But there is some benefits to having a bad hair day and going and just record, So you can, the other thing, look, as far as voice acting, I mean, there's so many games out there. I'm not a gamer. I don't have a lot of time to game these days. But what I can say is that if you are voice acting and you're working for BioWare, you can't get any better, it seems, in terms of, just the integrity and the games that they've created, the plots, what they've done are so extraordinary. What I'm so struck by, just in terms of Mass Effect, is that it brought, when it came along at the time when we were dealing, I guess, with mostly sort of different kinds of games, but a lot of sort of shooter streaming kind of games, is that they really sort of, through the writing, really developed much more complex relationships and bonding and really look for scenes that were much more filmic in a way and really directed us in that way. What I know is that Mass Effect have brought more women into gaming than any other game.
Like you said, I've noticed, I'm so struck by their commitment to raising the level, you know, if you will, like the writing, who just from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3, the leap was unbelievable, and I find that for me, going from, I don't know, do you have this experience, going from doing games and animation stuff over on camera is like, it's a breeze, you know, it's what we do in games and stuff, it's acting on steroids, you know, there's no one there, and there's such a volume to crank out in a day, it's such incredible training.
You guys haven't mentioned the major advantage of voice acting over on camera. Pants are optional.
I didn't want to argue like that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I mean, they're optional. You can wear them if you want.
We'd like to see those photos, Mark.
I'd like to thank everybody up here, Raphael.
Can't you say I should go now?